All right. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Unconventional Outdoorsman. Today we're going to be going over some different equipment you're going to be able to need in an outdoors situation to take out small and large game. This is Outdoor Survival episode 5, I believe, maybe 6. I can't remember exactly. But the first thing we're going to be going over, the first category at least, there'll be 3 categories, is bows. Now this is obviously a crossbow. This is my personal crossbow. 190 pound pullback, pretty effective around 350 FPS and accurate range out to about 80-90 yards. So the reason I like bows, with a bullet, you fire it once and you really can't reuse it unless you've got reloading equipment, which is just impractical in a survival situation. But with bows, arrows, as long as you don't destroy the arrow when you shoot it, you can reuse them. So I've got 4 in this quiver here. I can obviously carry this fully loaded and the bow fully loaded if I had to. It's got a good scope on it so I can get good clarity of my shots. A good sling so I don't have to worry about, carrying it in my hands all day. But yeah, safe fire. I can carry 20 arrows if I had to in my rucksack, along with the thing that I use to pull it back since it is extremely heavy. Some rail lube and nothing too special about that. But yeah, that takes the place of the first one. I keep field points whenever I carry my arrows unless I'm going deer hunting, but something that I do carry, this is a little case with my broadheads. So I've got quite a few. I've got 6 in here. Just some fixed point broadheads. This would be very effective at taking down deer, hogs, elk, basically any large game on the North American continent, except like caribou and moose and stuff, because usually you have to take farther shots with those. I don't know, I've never hunted those. But yeah, that's the first category of bows. Give me 1 second. The next category, we're going to be moving into something for specifically small game and or self-defense if you absolutely had to, because when I'm talking self-defense, I mean, obviously in the middle of Wyoming or Montana, you come across anybody, they're probably going to mean you harm. If you the way my dad used to say, you're walking through the woods at like 10 p.m. and you hear banjos and corny laughter. But the next thing we're going over is this is going to take the place of like small caliber and or rimfire rifles. This is a Marlin Model 60 22 long rifle, obviously. But anything like a good Ruger 1022, which I have one, obviously. I didn't feel like getting it out of the safe for this video. A good Ruger 1022, a nice AR if you have one as like a nice little short setup. If you have an SBR, that'd be good. Something quiet. If you could run subsonic ammo or you had a can through it, that would be good too. That way you can take out rabbits, squirrels, any small game really. And the good thing about a 223 and or 5.56, you can really use it to take out some large game, deer, whitetail deer. Here in Missouri you can't because it's illegal, but I mean most other states you can use a 223 to deer hunt. But yeah, this is going to take the place of a good small caliber rifle. Good thing I like about this rifle, obviously it's semi-automatic. I can get quick follow-up shots off if I had to. It's very compact. Good thing about 22 long rifle, you can carry a brick of 500 that weighs like less than 3 pounds in basically your pocket if you had to. And 500 rounds, if you're in a survival situation, if you are conservative with the ammo, is going to last you a year if you're careful with it and you keep it dry. Obviously you want to have good storage for it, be able to keep it in a dry place. If you're in a really wet or rainy place, you might want to make some provisions to keep that ammunition dry. Sorry, my dog is out on my deck wreaking havoc. So the next thing is going to be for larger game. This is going to take the place of like some higher powered rifles, larger caliber rifles. A good shotgun might fit in here too. You aren't going to be able to get the range out of it. This is my Howa 1500. It is clear. Nothing in the chamber. So a good long power or high powered rifle for longer range. Anything to take out deer, elk, moose, pronghorns, whatever you have on the North American continent. Something I like about this, it's a 3.5 to 10 power, so obviously I can take shots effectively with this out to probably 600 yards and still be able to ethically shoot an animal. This is obviously not the highest quality rifle, but I have made some minor improvements to increase the accuracy if I had to. If you know how to sight in a scope fairly well, you can probably shoot 2-minute groups at 300-400 yards with this if you had to. I know I can shoot sub-minute groups with this at 150 yards, but that's really not saying much in a survival situation. You want to be able to, nail something at 600 if you had to, especially out west where there's a lot of pronghorns and or mountain goats or whatever. You want to be able to use this. Something I like about synthetic compared to wood, you don't have to worry about taking care of the stock as much. It's very durable, and you've got this nice stippling on the side of the handle here. Obviously, I'm a left-handed guy, but I can't afford a left-handed bolt gun, so I have to use the right-handed one, but they do make those. You can get attachments for this for a detachable magazine. For example, if you wanted a 5 or a 10 round, this is only a 4-round magazine. I've got a nice textured sling on here to be able to stay on my back if I had to. Now, say, for example, I was carrying my Marlin, I can loosen this sling, put it over my back, or just mount it to my rucksack while I'm carrying that if I'm small game hunting. Also, having a good place you can keep cartridges. For example, say you're target practicing with it out, resighting your rifle, say it fell off your shoulder and the scope got dinged up. A good thing you can carry ammo in is a good bandolier like this little cartridge belt. This holds 20 cartridges. Now, for example, I can carry this around my waist, or I can loosen it like this, and I can probably carry it like around my shoulders like this. Now, for example, say I was in a situation where I had to defend myself against wolves or whatever, having something like this so I don't have to keep digging in my pockets or whatever for loose rounds or whatever, I can keep 20 rounds here, is very effective. So something like that, that rifle took the place of like any high-powered rifle cartridge, 308, 243, 270, 6.5 Grendel, 6.5 PRC, anything like that, 30-06. Anything above basically a 223 is what we're going to consider a high-power rifle cartridge. Personally, if you're going to be farther west than probably Missouri or Nebraska, I would probably carry anything from a 308 up to a 7mm Magnum. Any of these are good choices. If you guys have any suggestions on what you would carry in a long-term survival situation to be able to take game effectively, leave a comment down below. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Please do me a huge favor and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you beautiful people tomorrow.